don't drop your guns by the end of this sentence.
That wasn't a complete sentence.
What's up, Michael? And it is once again a pleasure to talk to you for the man who is forever working. We are now back to talk about the new film, Outlaw Johnny Black, coming to theaters September 15th. Mr. Michael J. White, how you doing today?
I'm great. Yourself?
Good.
Is that a real room behind you or
it's real? It is
okay,
real.
That's fly. I like that. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Man, first off, let me just cut to the chase here. What took y'all so long, man? I'd like the duo you and Byron, man, and now that y'all back with another banger, I gotta ask, why was this the time? What got y'all back to wanting to do what y'all do best?
Well, we had to get the money up, to be honest with you, and there was this thing called a pandemic that kind of halted things for a minute. So it took a little bit of while between the time that we shot the trailer. Mock trailer to get the money up. In the same way that I got Black Dynamite done. I shot a mock trailer, and a producer saw it and said, "Hey, what's up with this?" They thought it was a finished movie or something. And so I did the same thing with this, and that got the money together too. I mean, I like to be in the place where I don't have to do all that to get the money up, but I got to work steadily to that place.
That's an amazing story, and I think that's truly a testament to the person you are. You're forever working, forever grinding. I don't think you've ever been comfortable in anything or any point in your career. Every single time I'm like, listen, you come out with a new film, it's either you testing yourself or it's become something that's passionate to you, like As Good as Dead, which is one of my favorite films of yours, especially because of the heart of where it comes from. But coming back with this one, man, I think this may truly be the most character-driven role you've had, and truly looks like the film that you've had the most fun ever filming. Could you talk to me about stepping into this film? Which also, I just got to mention, folks, you're not just starring in this film, but you're wearing a director's hat, which is also something that you haven't done in a while. So talk about putting this character together, wearing both of these hats as the actor and the director and writer. Let me make sure I get all my facts straight to ultimately getting this on screen, buddy.
Yeah. Well, you were right about this. This is my favorite, and I think it's the best thing I've ever done.
Whew.
And that's because I don't fall in love with my own stuff. It's what people are saying about it. Because you raise your child and you put that child out there, and if people say, "Man, you created an amazing child. This is my favorite child." Oh, okay, all right. So that's really what it is, man. Like, when we are doing this messaging, and the first teaser said, the faith-based blaxploitation, Western kung fu action romantic comedy drama. Yeah. That's because people kept saying this thing, going, "I've never seen a movie like this."
Yeah.
And so I tried to raise this child, and I put it out there, and I don't know what people are going to say, but when they're saying this, and they're saying that the movie, they've never seen a movie like this, that's I got to, I'm not saying this is my words, this is what other people are saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where I go. I'm like, of course, I'm a biased audience. Right? So in fact, the thing that's closest to my heart was the first screening I had. A producer left and called me the next day and said, "I haven't spoken to my mom in 8 years because of seeing your movie. I called her, and now we're getting together." Because of that, because there's a redemptive and forgiveness quotient in the movie that people are resonating with. And again, I don't expect that. It's nice if they receive that message, but they're receiving that message, and that makes me feel like I've done something right.
Absolutely. Listen, I have it right in my notes to say one of the themes of this film is a movie about doing the right thing. And I would talk about the final scene, which also speaks about something to volumes. When you talk about Hope Springs, which, you know, folks, when you check it out, you know what I'm talking about. I don't even want to get into that because I don't want to give anything away. But there's some really strong messages, and I'm glad you were able to receive that, because that's entirely something I was able to take from this film. It's like correcting things in our life that we just should. And there's moments where your character, Johnny Black, gives these characters the opportunity to do the right thing or to reflect. Also, as you said, the redemptive story, this is also a level of revenge that doesn't go in the way that we're traditionally used to seeing revenge played out. So, you know, grace, I think, is another word that you throw in here when you talk about these characters. But truly, I firmly believe this is your best body of work. And I am huge fan of yours. I mean, you're one of the baddest dudes on this planet, and I'm trying to tell you why I'm always signing up for something, because I know you're going to give us some good choreography, which there is. You know, there's nobody more dangerous with you than with their hands in the world, and the fact that that's not even my favorite part of this film makes me very confident knowing this was my favorite project of yours, bar none. And with that, I definitely want to ask you here. You talked about the inspiration with Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte, and that moment of joy of watching their projects and taking that and wanting to give us that joy. Yes. Now that you've gotten this feedback, what does it feel? How does it feel now that you're getting the reviews, you're getting the feedback, you're getting folks again returning their flowers to you? How do you feel now about the project?
I mean, I'm overwhelmed. I just feel blessed and just favored, because I mean, you never know if people are going to get what you're intending. You want the best, but yeah, I mean, you know, had some screenings, and one of the last screenings I had, there were 5 audience applause breaks. I didn't expect that, and a standing ovation at the end. And this was an audience that didn't know what they were expecting, what movie they were going to see. So I'm like, wow, this is great that people are getting it this way. So I don't know. I'm just very happy about that, because really, when it comes down to it, man, what the truth of the matter is, I'm a servant.
Yeah.
You know, we're here to serve each other, and I'm operating in the capacity that I was born for. You know, I'm an entertainer, and you know, at the crux of it, you want to enhance people. You want to be able to say, this is you know, this is my realm, that I understand a lot of these different worlds, and I've always been able to identify with every walk of life. You know, I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat, whatever. I always feel that there's a common ground with everybody. And so, yeah, I wrote this movie for those people, for everybody. And I hope people walk away with these messages. Because I mean, I see these movies with Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte and just the movies of the 70s that had morality.
Yeah.
And there were people who were made of some really strong stuff. The Charles Bronsons, the Clint Eastwoods, and all of that. You know, to me, that and the morality of that filmmaking at that time, and the music and everything else, man, I just love it. And I just want to give that to a young audience and revisit it with an audience my age and older.
Yeah. Put this one in the win category. And before we wrap with our time here, I just gotta really take a quick glimpse into the cast, because man, oh man, as the film just got deeper and deeper, did I just start to see more and more faces that I was like, wow, you talking about getting the money together. You definitely went into the bag for this one. Gary Anthony Williams was truly the biggest surprise for me. That's my guy right there. I was like, okay, Mike, okay, you doing something there. Got Tony Baker, Erica Ash.
Man is the funniest, like, this is the funniest human being I know. I used to watch him at the Groundling Theater.
Yeah.
He's the best improv person I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so to have him on set, I'm like, folks don't know. You know, Tony Baker, Diamond in the Rough, has not done a movie before.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm cheating. You know, this is insider trading going on. Yeah.
And Jilly from Philly, come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I had the deck stacked.
Yeah, you definitely did. Listen, I want to. Oh, as always, when I get a chance to talk to somebody of your caliber, I want to talk about something very important. There's a lot of action in this, and I talked about the choreography. You already know what you can expect with you. There's a lot of bullets flying as well too. And with your projects, you seem to always bring something new and special. Could you talk about what you wanted to bring special to this project when you talk about truly going into your wheelhouse?
Yeah, again, like I say, man, I don't fall in love with my own stuff. You raise the child and put it out there, and if people love that child, then great. So
Yeah.
it's just I wanted to do something that I, as a spectator, would want to see.
Yeah.
I'm still part of the crowd. I'm still somebody who I grew up on, I think, some of the best movies, right? So it's got to be something that me as a spectator would want to see. So I'm a harsh critic. And so, I hold myself to a standard that I'd want to, that would get my money to go see it. So,
Yeah.
so that I have to start with that. And if it turns out to be that's other people's cup of tea, wonderful. It seems like it's turning out to be that.
Indeed, indeed. And as I started this interview, you are a man forever working. So I already cannot wait for the next project. And dare I say, the sequel, because I'm already on board for that one. But before that, folks, you have to check out Outlaw Johnny Black, which is going to be in theaters September 15th. Stop everything you're doing and go check it out. Be prepared for laughs, good action, but ultimately a good message. And you hinted at, I don't want to give it away, but I'm going to tell you right now that there's some things you said in this interview that is all going to come full circle when you see this movie, especially that ending scene when you talk about what Hope Springs mean for the community. Very special movie here. Michael, thank you once again for your time and doing what you do. And I'll be back. As long as you keep dropping projects, I'm going to keep signing up for interviews for you.
I'm going to keep it appreciated. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for your time.
Take care.
I